Hello, everyone. Let's see if I can hear myself. Everyone. I can hear myself. Let's see if I can hear myself. Oh, I can hear myself twice. Now I can't. Now I can hear myself once. Hello. We are here. Hey, we got Linda Belk modding. Thank you, Linda. Sarah Joy is modding. Denise F. is modding. Mark Helton is modding. AJ is modding. Hello. We got Julie Tisdale, Tony Del Monte, Sharon A. Bear. Major One-on-One, Set It Depends. Aries. Auric 3D, Fahrenheit. Edward Kim, TJ, Me the Bat. Jeff Ha, Meredith McMacken, Rick Hoppy. Michelle Lee. Jacqueline Morgan, Charlana Martin. Haniel Vargas. Robert Carley. Sean B. Art, Nancy T. Julie Tisdale. XO, Cindy Jones, Jackie Morgan. Mrs. Heminger. Angel Baby Max, TT, Seize the Day. Bama Nation. Chris Sullivan, Nicole White. D. Wazoo, Marzell. Meredith McMacken. TJ, did I say TJ? Dennis St. Amour. Ben Huffstetler, Darren Markley, Research Account. Kenneth Colton, Happy Quails, Kristen J. Cherry Cola, Lil Vintage Parlor, Pippi Long, Dean Carius from Brisbane, Australia, cool. Ramanjit, Happiness, Charlana, Mr. Dones, Peppy the Frog. Bridget is here. Good to see you, Bridget. Hey, thank you, Charles Goki. That's very kind of you, Charles. And thank you, Gordon Gott. Thank you, Gordon Gott. Very kind of you, Gordon Gott. And Charles Goki. I didn't even do anything yet. Thank you, Gordon Gott and Charles Goki. That's very nice of you. And Jackie Morgan. Jackie, I missed it? Wait, what? I missed a donation on Agenda Free? Oh, I feel bad. Really? No. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, that's terrible. I get really annoyed if I miss a donation on Agenda Free TV. I mean, anywhere, honestly. Please let me know. Next time, let me know in the chat. I'm annoyed at myself. Thank you, Jackie. That's very kind of you. For both. Darth Tater, Karen Griswold, Mantronics. Eric. Hey, thank you, Eric, from Europe. Eric is from Europe. Nice sticker. Quentin Hines, Nicole Elier, Terrence Bunce, Lisa M. Yeah, it was a busy stream. But still. Andrew Broadwater. Just giving a sec for people to join the stream. WeWick is here. Thanks to the people who messaged me about the story, the Florida collapse, earlier today. I first heard about it from several viewers. Nicole Wilson, Jeanette H. Hey, thank you, Tony. Tony's got 388 songs up on his YouTube channel, Tony DeMonte. Congratulations, Tony. And thank you, Tony. It's very kind of you. Oh, Susan Reichel. Thank you, Susan. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that, Susan. Thank you. I haven't even done anything yet. Thank you, Susan. Oh, thank you, Charles Goki. Charles says, here's to clean innards. Hello, Mr. Helton. Hey, thank you, Charles. That's very nice of you, Charles. Thank you, Charles Goki. Josh Kinder is here. Thank you, Gordon Gott. Smee is here. Sonic is here. Ah, Nancy T, that's so kind of you. Thank you, Nancy. Nancy says, hope you're feeling okay tonight and everything turned out great today. Thank you, Nancy. That's very kind of you. Nancy T. Tony's going to be performing at the Minneapolis State Fair. Lloyd Kenny, Thank you, Lloyd. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Lloyd. Lloyd Kenny II. Excuse me. Lloyd Kenny II. Thanks for your kind words. Lloyd Kenny III. It's Lloyd Kenny III. Thank you, Lloyd. Very much. Oh, Misty Blue, thank you. I didn't even do anything yet. Thank you, Misty Blue. You guys are very kind. Thank you, Misty Blue from Canada. Give it another minute. Let's let people join the stream. Ace Kip. Ack. Thanks for coming by. Smika. Budget Girl. P-Fuss. Mr. Pinkfrink says, who even are you? It's a good question, Mr. Pinkfrink. It's an excellent question. You're asking the right questions. Nicola Higgins, hello. Ooh, Jeanette H. likes Proper Popper. Did you get one? They're very good. Pinochet. Oh, that's so generous of you, Pinochet. Thank you. Pinochet from Canada. Oh, thank you, Pinochet. That's very nice of you, Pinochet. Thanks for all your support. See, again, I haven't even done anything yet, guys. Denise Horton, thank you, also from Canada. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Denise. Hey, Kim Fredrickson here. Pete Mercy. And thanks again to all of our moderators. Denise, Linda Belk, AJ, Denise F., Linda Belk, AJ, Mark Helton, Sarah Joy. Thanks, mods. Deadwing, 7490. Thank you, Deadwing. Thanks for the sticker as well. Thanks so much, Deadwing. Appreciate that. Eric J. Gaming is here. MigGen is here. Worm is here. Ann Dothers is here. No, I don't have like a cushy donut cushion in here. The chair is pretty comfortable, so I don't need a cushion. Oh, thank you, Aaron Easton. Oh, Aaron joined on Patreon as well. Awesome. Yeah, Aaron, I got to set up the Patreon for, I think, next week. So I hope you can make it. Thank you, Aaron, for your support. Aaron Easton, thank you. I got to remember to do that. I'm going to write myself a note. Set it up for next week. Paulie. Oh, Paulie. Paulie's here so he doesn't get fined. Is that like the Marshawn Lynch thing? Thank you, Paulie. Guys, I haven't even done anything yet. Oh, Peppy the Frog. Thank you, Peppy the Frog. That's very kind of you. Very nice of you. I'm glad you're enjoying the coverage. Peppy the Frog. Yeah, there's a Patreon. I don't really talk about it much. I never discuss it. It's like secret. I'll post the link. I can post the link in the chat for people. There might even be a command. I don't even know. I don't know if there's a Nightbot command for Patreon, but I can post the link. But we do a thing once a month with people who support a certain amount. We do a video chat where we all get together and chat. It's actually fun. But I low-key the Patreon. It's more of a whoever finds it, finds it. But I'll post a link if anybody's interested. If I can find it here. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. What happened to it? Where did it go? Did I actually... Here it is. Hang on. Here it is. I'll post the link. Here's for anybody who wants it, that's the link. Okay, I just posted the link. Oh, thank you, 77 Pool Bob, who says, live long and prosper. Thank you, 77 Pool Bob. That's very kind of you. Thank you. April and Hetty come to Patreon, but they just do voice chat. Baby Shark is here. Thank you, Baby Shark, for joining. Deborah Balky. Oh, thank you, Quentin of Astoria, who's been around a while. Day 1 sub. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Q-Burrow. Quentin of Astoria. Been around since the beginning. Tom Mix is here. Yes, the Patreon's so secret, even I can't find it. Even I don't know about it. All right, we're just about ready to get this going. We're just about ready. Hey, thank you, Haniel Vargas. I appreciate that, Haniel. Thank you. Haniel is living. He says he lives in Hialeah, where the news we were covering earlier was. Oh, Gordon got. Very kind of you. Thank you, Gordon, again. That's very nice of you, Gordon. Thank you, Gordon Gott. Paula McLennan is here. All right. Are we ready to... Ooh. Read Israel, I just saw your Patreon post. No. Read Israel, I'm sorry about your shoulder. Reed is having surgery. Wow. I hope Reed Israel feels better. That's not good. Oh, Q-Burrow. Thank you, Q-Burrow. Quentin with the lemon sticker. Thank you so much, Quentin. And thanks for watching since the beginning. Matt Machine. Thank you, Matt Machine, for watching. Donna Sackman. Yorkie. Sebi. Oh, Jenny's books and vlogs. That's very nice of you. From Canada with the Hey You sticker. Thank you, Jenny's books and vlogs. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. It's very nice of you guys. Thank you. I just saw Read Israel in the chat a couple times. Terry L. is here from Laurel, Mississippi. All right. We're just about ready to start this. All right, let's start the official update. Let's start the official update. Oh, Malta McMurchie from Canada. Thank you, Malta. That's very kind of you. Jay-Z is here too. Thank you, Malta. Thank you for the #1 sticker. Very nice of you. Happy Life is here. So, first of all, I appreciate everybody who's been checking in. Erica is here. Sean TV is here. I appreciate... Oh, Q-Burrow. Thank you, Q-Burrow. I appreciate that. Q-Burrow, thank you again. Q-Burrow, Quentin. So I appreciate everybody, all of your moral support throughout this whole thing, and all of your inquiries. Read Israel says this. All good. They'll fix me up. So thank you for your moral support in all of your inquiries. It's very nice of you. Appreciate everybody checking in and asking about me. And also, oh, Chris Lund is here. Hello, Chris Lund and Charlana Martin. And so thank you for, joining me through the process and checking in and all your help. And also, as you can see, even though I haven't done anything of it, a bunch of you very kindly donated. So thank you for the donations. So I'm here to give you an update. Now, the thing is, though, the people who just donated, the very kind people who just donated, they might be requesting a refund for their donation soon. Why? Because I never took the test. I still haven't gotten a colonoscopy yet. What? What is this news we're hearing? What is this news we're hearing? Oh my gosh. How did this happen? Breaking news. We got breaking news. Oh, everybody's in shock. Oh my gosh. Everybody's demanding refunds for their donations. Look at all those refunds. Refund, 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 refund. I'll tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. No wonder he's so happy. Well, no. I'm going to explain to you what happened. Let me explain to you what happened. So there's a whole story here, but basically the story, the very short version to start off, is that after you saw me last night, you saw me at about, 7 p.m.? 7:30 p.m. is when I signed off last night. At about, no, did I sign off at 7 p.m. or like 5 p.m.? I think maybe like 6:30 p.m. Shortly after I signed off, so probably around 7:30 or 8 p.m. last night, starting about 7:30, 8 p.m. last night, I majorly crashed. I majorly crashed. It was very bad. It was very bad. I ended up actually going to the hospital last night, voluntarily. So, in retrospect, the whole thing was probably not a good idea on my part, because if you've been following me, you know that I've been having these issues where even if I go a few hours without eating, say I do a live stream after breakfast and I do a live stream from several hours, I can crash if I haven't eaten lunch for 4 hours. So in retrospect, it was probably just silly to think I was ever going to be able to fast for well over 30 hours. So if you remember what normally happens when I crash, well, we're going to talk about all this. But what normally happens is if I don't have like a big lunch, like maybe 4 or 5 hours after I wake up, sometimes even 4 hours, I get this terrible headache. Sometimes I get a terrible headache. I get nauseous. I get lightheaded. I call it crashing. It's very, very bad, right? It can get to the point where I don't even want to eat. But I have to eat, and I'll make myself eat. Well, last night was the version of that, like times 2. It was times 2. It was so bad last night. I could tell it was happening, and of course I didn't want to eat anything, right? But I knew it was happening, and I could see where it was going, and I was feeling so terrible, and like I was really feeling messed up, I had the headache, but I was like, I had the terrible headache. I was feeling very ill. I was feeling lightheaded and nauseous and like kind of a little bit, I don't know if dizzy is the right word, but I wasn't really thinking clearly. Like it wasn't even a choice for me to eat. I called Jay-Z. He was one of the people I called because I've been talking to him about this. Jay-Z and I go way back. So what ended up happening is around 8:45 p.m., like I called my mom, around 8:45 p.m., I was in a terrible, and I knew what had happened. I knew I had to have some food, right? But the thought of any food was sickening to me. So I had a bag, thank goodness I bought them. I had a bag of pretzel bites, the little pretzel nibblers. They're like, I'll show you the bag. It's these things. These pretzel nibbler things here, right? And I literally started making myself eat them, like one by one. And I wasn't excited to eat them, but I was forcing them in my mouth and forcing myself to chew and forcing myself to eat them. No joke. I proceeded for the next hour and a half to just force myself to eat these and drink seltzer water. So that went on for about an hour and a half. And I didn't really feel significantly better. So at that point, I packed a bag to go to the emergency room. It's a whole story. I'll tell you the whole story, but The short version is I packed a bag to go to the emergency room. Then I started feeling a little bit better, and I was like, oh, maybe this is kicking in, so I'll keep eating some. But it didn't really feel better. So at about midnight, which is after about 3 hours after I started eating pretzels, at midnight, I took myself to the emergency room. It was that bad. Because I was very concerned. I was like, I'm not feeling better after I eat. Usually when I crash, if I eat something, hour and a half later, I start feeling better. But I wasn't feeling better. So I went to the emergency room. Now, when I first got there, they checked my vitals and they checked my blood sugar. And I thought my blood sugar was going to be low, but they said my blood sugar was a little high. So maybe these had already been absorbed or something like that. But that was interesting. So I think they didn't really get what I was saying. They thought I was sick from they were like, oh, when I checked in, the person was like, oh, well, you had the prep, right? They thought I was sick from the prep. They didn't know my whole history. So I was very low on the triage totem pole, which is fine, which is appropriate. I wasn't, if I was really desperate and I was collapsing, I think they would have taken me back there. But it was busy at the emergency room, so I was just sitting there, and I couldn't really concentrate. And I just had my phone with me, and I was kind of just aimlessly, just sitting there on my phone. But it was good to be out of my apartment, honestly. And then after about an hour and a half of sitting there, in the emergency room, I started saying to myself, I could see eating something at this point. I started feeling like maybe I could eat something, maybe feeling a little bit better. And I said to myself, they haven't seen me yet in the emergency room. If I do see a doctor here, it's going to be so expensive. Maybe what I should do is go and try eating something. If I collapse, if I feel terrible, I can always come back. But it just felt like at the time, why not try eating something? Because maybe I'll feel better, and also maybe I won't have this insane medical bill from going to the emergency room. So I actually left the emergency room. They didn't even charge me. They didn't take my insurance information. They said, get out of here. So there was no charge. And I went to IHOP at 3 in the morning. At 3 in the morning, I went to IHOP on International Drive, and I had a huge meal, and I ate it all. And I felt a lot better, not all better, but I felt a lot better when I got home. So basically, I started eating these at 9 p.m. It took me until about 5 a.m. and eating the other meal to kind of get back to something approaching normal. It took me 8 hours to recover. It was that bad of a crash. It was terrible. It was really, really bad. So I'll tell the story again in a little more detail, but just to finish my thought here. So it was just kind of silly of me to think, but let me tell you this. First of all, it was silly of me to think I was going to be able to do this fast with my recent history of crashing after 5 hours and not eating anything. One thing I left out of the story is before I went to the emergency room and before I ate these, I actually did this thing. My insurance has a thing where you can call a doctor. So I actually spoke to a doctor on the phone. I did a virtual visit before I ate anything and before I went to the emergency room. And I told the doctor what's been going on. And the doctor said to me, he said, look, your symptoms from not eating are not normal. He said, people I treat, if they have to go a day or two without food, it might not be pleasant, but they don't get your symptoms. They don't crash like you crash, even how you crash after 5 hours. And the doctor was like, this is not normal. He said it's something to get checked out. But also he said, look, if you don't feel better in a little while, I think it's reasonable to go to the emergency room. So basically what this thing is going to do, this morning when I woke up, the first thing I did is I made an appointment to go see to do a visit with an endocrinologist. An endocrinologist is the kind of doctor that would treat hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, if I'm remembering right. But I actually checked with another doctor who said you'd want to see an endocrinologist about this. So I now have an appointment with an endocrinologist to talk about my crashing. at the beginning of August. So that's what I'm doing. It's the first time. So I'm finally going to get somebody to. So I've been living in the last year or two with this weird thing where I crash after like 5 hours of not eating. I crash and get really sick. And this has been bad. I've been like putting up with it, and I should have been more proactive about it before. But what this experience is doing is I want to get a colonoscopy, and also hearing the doctor say to me, Steve, this is not normal. And I could tell it wasn't normal. Like, if everybody felt the way I feel, like no one would get a colonoscopy. It would be seen as crazy. Like there would be countless YouTube videos like, how will you ever survive the fast? Like if people felt like I feel when you don't eat. Anyways, that's what's going to happen is I can reschedule the colonoscopy when I want, and of course I want to do it, but I got to get the eating thing taken care of first. And look, it's affecting my work too, because and at the end of today, guys, today I woke up. I ate a late breakfast because I had a weird sleeping. I woke up initially, ate a little bit, and then stayed up for a while and made my appointment. Then I went back to sleep, and so from my second sleep, I woke up later, and I probably ate I ate something around like 10 in the morning, and then I ate something around like 2:30 or 3 p.m. Okay, by the end of the stream today, by like 7:30, I was crashing again. I was getting a headache at the end of the stream. I would get feeling kind of like sick. So after the stream, I went over to Chipotle, and when I was eating at Chipotle tonight, I was basically just eating to make myself stop feeling terrible. Like I wasn't enjoying it. I was feeling terrible. I had a headache again. And this is what happens to me lately, is after like 5 hours, if I eat like lunch an hour or two late, I just crash. So it's just what's been happening to me. And if you've been watching me, you know that. So this is why I've been eating Cliff Bars on the ear, because I have to. So there's something going on with my digestive system or my hormones or some kind of organ or something. There's clearly something that's not working right. But I'm gonna get it looked at, and I'm sure they can make some progress on it. But no, and you can don't. It's not how much I'm eating. Save the eating advice. It's not eating advice. I don't have a crazy eating schedule. It's not a question of eating. It's not a question of eat at this times or eat this or that. That's not it. There is clearly, I eat plenty. I eat regularly. Believe me. I drink water. That's not what's going on. I have very severe symptoms when I get hungry. Very severe. So you can save the non-medically based, non-professional suggestions about eating and drinking and all that. Just save it. It's not worth it. This is a serious condition. Jeff says, here come the doctors. I'm certain it involves some kind of weird thing going on with the way my body processes food, that kind of thing. So please just save all that. You just heard, I just told you, a doctor told me these symptoms are not normal. So it's not going to be a question of, we'll just eat at a certain time. That's not what it's going to be. So save it. I don't want to hear it. It's not going to help make progress. Okay? So, and it wasn't about the prep. It's what I had last night was just a greater version of what I've been having for a year or two. It's the same kind of thing. It's just I didn't eat for much longer, so I'm sure that made it worse. So anyways. Thank you, Nicole Wilson. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole says, I'm so glad you got some advice from a doctor. I agree the way you crash is not normal. I'm glad you're doing much better this evening. Yeah, so anyways, I'll go through the story again for the people who just joined. So I wanted to wait until I spoke to you guys to tell you this. But it was a bad situation. I was doing very poorly last night. I hardly ever get sick. I never go to the emergency room. I mean, the last time I went to an emergency room, if you told me it was 20 years ago, probably. I don't do it. And I felt like there was something very, very wrong with me last night. It was very bad. That's how bad it was. So I didn't have a choice. I literally had no choice to eat something. I had no choice. I couldn't physically not eat anything anymore. It was that bad. And I forced myself to eat pretzels. Forced myself. I forced myself. Beth says, but you left the ER. Yes, I did. Because what it seemed like what happened, I'm guessing what happened is, after sitting at the ER for like an hour and a half, I'm guessing all of the pretzels I ate maybe started to get absorbed in my body or something. And it made me feel a little bit better and gave me a little bit of appetite, which allowed me to go eat something else. See, the problem is, the crux of the problem last night was this. And this is ultimately why I went to the ER. I knew my sickness was coming from not eating, but I was so sick I didn't want to eat. That's not a good situation. Hadn't eaten for, 18 hours, right? Was it long? At least, probably more like 20 hours. Hadn't eaten for 20 hours. Was very, very sick, ill, because I hadn't eaten, yet the sickness was making all food seem disgusting to me. That's a really serious situation, because I got to the point where it was like, I'm not going to be able to, and wasn't feeling better several hours after eating pretzels, which was the only thing I could make myself eat. That was very concerning, because I felt like I was at the point where I couldn't make myself better. So it was not good. It was not good at all. Here come all the suggestions. Here are all the suggestions. I told you I spoke to a doctor. I did a virtual visit with a doctor today, just to literally to say, who should I talk to about this? And the doctor says, talk to an endocrinologist. But everybody wants me to talk to somebody else now. Also, if you Google who to talk to about something like this, it says endocrinologist. Okay, but it was crazy last night. It was crazy. Yeah, and I was alone. It was not good. It was not good. It was not good. All right, I'm going to read some comments in a second. Hey, thank you, Read Israel. Read Israel says maybe start making a diary to take you with the doctor. I started doing that today. Just before I came on the air, I made a diary of my day today because I started crashing tonight. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to write it down. Yeah, no, I did Sonic. Sonic says, this reminds Steve he needs to call and cancel the colonoscopy appointment. So, another thing that happened, I want to tell the whole story, but just really quick, I did try calling last night when I was feeling just very, very, very ill. I called the office of the place I was getting my colonoscopy, and they have an answering service. And I explained to the answering service, I said, look, I'm feeling horribly sick. I'm feeling like I have to eat something, but I want to maybe talk to someone there before I do. And they said, well, we'll page the doctor. And they never called me back. I never got a call back. And then there's no way to leave a message that you're canceling the appointment. They don't allow you to do that. So they started calling me this morning saying, are you going to come in? Then I called them back and explained what happened. They were very nice about it. They were very, very nice about it when I explained what happened. But I called the answering service last night. They never called me back. Never called me back. Yeah, I also think Gordon Gott says you looked flushed yesterday. There was a very weird thing, something else I'm going to tell my doctor about. It was very weird yesterday because I drank loads of fluids yesterday. If you watched the stream, you would see that. But I drank so much fluid, and I didn't even pee that much. It was really weird. There was some weird stuff going on yesterday with how much I was drinking. Also, I took in calories yesterday. I drank a bunch of juice, had some Jell-O, had Gatorade, so I wasn't taking in nothing, but it just, whatever. So who knows what was going on. I'll definitely tell my my doctor about that experience. But anyways, yeah, I drank so much yesterday. I was surprised at how, I was like, where is it all going? I drank so much yesterday, and I didn't even pee that much. So I don't know what was happening. I don't know what was happening. you know. But anyways, so I'll tell this all again just for the people who joined late. But it was not good. Jeff says, I'm guessing a lot of people cancel their colonoscopy, probably very common. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I do know that I twice moved up in the schedule because apparently people had canceled. But I wasn't intending to cancel. I didn't want to cancel. Okay, let me go back and read some comments here. Poor Dirty says, that sounds like a very stressful experience. Yeah, it was. It was very stressful. Erica says, yeah, your body response to not eating is definitely not normal. That's what the doctor said. Seize the day. You know, I know what she says. Drink apple juice for the headache part. It doesn't work for me. The normal suggestions for like that you read for like hypoglycemia when you get low blood sugar, they don't work for me. It just doesn't work. They'll say like drink some juice or drink soda. Oh, it just does not work for me. I've tried it. Let's see here. You know, Darlene Ram says, who suggested to you to have a colonoscopy rather than a blood screening? I do in part blame my doctor. So I moved to Florida this year, and I just found someone to be my primary care physician because I didn't have anybody, and that's who I had the checkup with a month ago. And if you remember, I told you I went into the checkup and I specifically said to my doctor, I explained the issue. I said, I'm having this issue where I crash and I feel incredibly ill even after just a few hours of not eating. And all she says, it was she says, it's hypoglycemia, just eat. That's all she said. And then she referred me to get a colonoscopy. So I blame my doctor in part because she didn't want to investigate. When I told her about my symptoms, she just said, oh, it's hypoglycemia, just eat more. And then the idea that I went in there and I told her I having this specific issue of getting very ill after not eating for a few hours, and then she suggested I go get a colonoscopy where I was going to have to fast for more than 30 hours. I didn't know at the time I'd have to fast for more than 30 hours. I found that out when I signed up for the colonoscopy. But it was, my doctor should never have told me to get a colonoscopy. When she heard what I said, first of all, she should have said we should look into that and not just said it's hypoglycemia. Oh yeah, I'm not going to go to this doctor again. I'm not going to this doctor again. But anyways, but the idea that this doctor then in the same visit referred me to get a colonoscopy is insane. So that wasn't good. That doctor should have said something. But look, now I'll see a specialist and we'll get treatment. Yeah, as Jay-Z says, Steve, seeing an endocrinologist is perfect. Unless you have that degree, stop diagnosing. I agree with you. That's the person who will know what they're talking about. How was I able to drive, Doreen Weir says. So I thought about not driving. It's not a long drive from my place to the emergency room. It wasn't. Look. All I can say is if I thought I couldn't really drive safely, if I was like drunk, I wouldn't do it, obviously. At the time, it's what I wanted to do. I didn't know, maybe I'd have to go somewhere else. And it was just like, it was a short drive. There was no traffic. I've made that drive a number of times before because it's kind of near the Chipotle. And that's what I felt comfortable doing at the time. So that's what it was. But I wasn't like seeing double. I was very ill, but it wasn't in a way that wasn't going to keep me from driving. So that's just, what can I say? That's what I did. I did not think I was putting anyone in danger by doing so. It's not a fast drive. It's very simple. It's basically a straight shot. Sheila says, hypoglycemia, I get shaky, dizzy, and feel like I have to eat now. It's bad. Yeah, they did, Michelle Lee, they checked my blood sugar at the nurse station when I went into the ER. And they said it was normal. They said it was a little high. But again, it might have been because it wasn't being reflected in how I was feeling. But maybe my body had already started processing the pretzels. Does anybody in my family have this? No. I mean, I had a grandmother with diabetes, but I don't have diabetes. At least I've never been diagnosed with it, and I've been tested, or I've been checked out for it. Yes, I was fasting for the test. No, I'm going to go over this all again. I'm just taking some comments here. Hypoglycemia, just so people know, is a condition in which your blood sugar, glucose level, is lower than normal. Symptoms: unconsciousness, shakiness. So this is what my primary care physician said I had. But again, so I get, I'll tell this all again in a second. But if you've been watching me regularly, you know that for the last year, I've had some version of this for decades. I remember 20 years ago trying to fast for a holiday, and then by the end of the fast, which was like 24 hours, I was so sick I couldn't eat. But I still made it 24 hours. I feel like in recent years it's gotten worse. And now, if I don't eat lunch in a certain amount of time, I just totally crash and get horribly sick to the point where I don't even want to eat. So I think it's gotten worse the last couple of years. Judith Gormnice says, definitely endocrinologist. Steel Magnolia says, same thing happens to me. It's a terrible feeling. Yes, Jenny's Books and Vlogs. I'm feeling better now. But again, I had like a smaller crash today because I did a stream before I ate lunch. Why did my family let this slide? I never told my family. Oh, why did my family doctor let this slide? Oh, no, the primary care physician should have said something about it. They shouldn't have just said it's hypoglycemia, eat. That was bad care by my doctor, my new doctor, who I will not be seeing anymore. April Coco says, best get checked by an endocrinologist. Maybe they will do controlled testing to see if your sugar drops with fasting. I am not a doctor, but I would not at all be surprised if they started doing something where I monitor my blood sugar and they have me. I will not be surprised if when I have this appointment with the endocrinologist, they say, I want you to do some kind of monitoring when you get this feeling so we can see what your readings are. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. They're going to have to, I'm sure they'll have to look at just what's going on in my body. Cindy Jones says, I just had a bad feeling. I sent you Twitter and YouTube stuff at midnight. Madonna Harold says, I go to an endocrinologist for my thyroid. No, Chris Lund, they were very nice. They were very nice. They could have charged me $200. It says very clearly in the colonoscopy, in colonoscopy instructions, it says if you cancel within like 48 hours, it's $200, which I understand. And I would have been fine with them charging me that. And I talked to them this morning. They said, we're not going to charge you. But I mean, they knew why I didn't come in. And also, if they would, I assume they might have heard this, but I called their office at 9 p.m. and said I was sick. So there's a record of me telling them I was sick, but they didn't charge me. Joanne Gabrielle, I don't think it was what I was eating, what I was drinking or eating yesterday. It was inevitable what I was drinking yesterday. It was inevitable. Given that I crash after fasting for 5 hours, I was never going to be able to fast for over 30 hours. It just wasn't going to happen. It was never going to happen. It's surprising I made it as long as I did before crashing. It's very surprising I made it as long as I did. Sue Baker says, all that prepping too, I guess we'll try again much later. I will say this, Sue, if and when I do a colonoscopy, I think it'll be easier because I've done the prep now. Like it's not unknown. I know now exactly what I would need to do. So look, my anxiety about the colonoscopy has pretty much been about the fasting. I was kind of concerned about the liquid. It's really been about the fasting, though, because I know how I am, and I didn't really see how I was going to do it. So that's where my anxiety's been coming from. It's been about the fasting, because I knew my history with fasting. I told you guys this. I've been talking about this. Mantronic says, endocrinologists specialize in glands, the hormones, and metabolism. Highly likely they'll look at your thyroid, liver, and kidneys functions too. You know, what something else I should mention to the doctor, right? I'm going to mention this to the doctor. I just remember this. As many of you know, I'm going to write this down. As many of you know, about 7 years ago, all of a sudden I started gaining weight. And I got tested. All my tests came out fine. And my doctor back then said, your metabolism just slowed down. And so I had to change my whole diet. I wonder, though. I wonder if there's any kind of relation between when that started happening and this. Don't know. But I will certainly tell my doctor about that happening, years ago. Because it's a metabolism thing. Look, it was probably weird for my body too because I never have sugary drinks and I was having them yesterday. But at the same time, my symptoms last night were just a bigger version of what I always get. Dina Johnson says, just follow doctor's orders and be grateful you didn't crash worse. Yeah, I'm glad I eventually felt better. Misty Blue says, have you ever had a glucose tolerance test? Misty Blue, I think the thing you just mentioned is something the doctor might have mentioned who I talked to yesterday. I don't know that I've ever had one. So he mentioned this, I think. Yeah, a glucose tolerance test. So maybe this is something I'll have. It's up to the endocrinologist. But the doctor I talked to last night when I was feeling sick suggested maybe that you might end up getting this. Can be used to screen for diabetes. Again, so I don't know. I don't know much about it. It identifies abnormalities in the way your body handles glucose after a meal, often before your fasting blood glucose level becomes abnormal. Anyways, so who knows? Maybe the endocrinologist will get one of those. That's from Mayo Clinic. Let's see here. My endocrinologist appointment is on August 3rd. It's on August 3rd. Jay-Z says, when I had my colonoscopy, I never usually drank sugary beverages either. Jay-Z says, no issue, this is different. Okay, so let me go over this again. Let me just go over this again. Michelle Lee says, your old doctor was just assuming your metabolism slowed down. Well, I mean, what she did is she ruled out a lot of other things. But who knows, I didn't tell her I had any other symptoms back then, so maybe there was something else going on. We'll see. I've never seen a specialist about this. As my mom said, I think my mom said today, she said something like, well, nobody can fix it if you don't tell them about it. So I've never given anybody a chance to fix this. Literally, the first time I ever mentioned it to a doctor was about a month ago in my checkup. Now, unfortunately, my doctor kind of poo-pooed it. But the burden's on me if I'm having an issue to reach out and get care for it. It's not going to solve itself on its own. I just got used to living with it. Charlana says everything happens for a reason. All right, so let me go over again what happened in a little more detail. Linda Belk says it's part of a normal blood screen any doctor would do before pronouncing a diagnosis. I think she says glucose. I think she's talking about glucose tolerance test. Sarah Joy says, that's how I found out I had reactive hypoglycemia. I think she means glucose tolerance test. Maybe they'll help me do that. Rita's Real says, sounds like your body's metabolizing your intake different. Yeah, I mean, there just is something off about what my body is doing with the food I put in it. At the most basic level, there is clearly some kind of issue. Whether it's, I don't know, it could be all kinds of things. But my body is not taking the food and doing stuff with it and producing sugar in a way that normal people do. I don't know at what stage it's going wrong, but something's going wrong with it. Sonic says, were you burning a lot of energy after the stream or taking it pretty easy? No, I was taking it very easy. Sonic. It was very strange. Okay, so let me just go over again. Oh, by the way, hey, thank you, Ruben Urban. Good to see you, Ruben Urban. He's one of our moderators. And Ruben, thank you for moderating. Mark Helton, thank you for moderating. Linda Belk, thank you for moderating. Sarah Joy. Thank you to all of our mods. All right, so let me go over this again, because I know people sometimes miss it the first time. Okay, there's some music outside you might be hearing right now. Oh, thank you, Misty Blue. Again, and Sean Palmer. Hey, thank you, Sean Palmer. I appreciate it. Sean Palmer, thank you. Also, hey, thank you, Polly, for signing up at Patreon. I hope we see you in the chat, Polly. That would be fun. Thank you, Polly. Oh, thank you also, Marzell. Thanks so much, Marzell. I appreciate that, Marzell. Thank you for your support, Marzell. Very kind of you. Okay, so let me explain what happened. Let's do this one time through, and I'll go through like in detail. I'll go through in more detail now. Chris says, I'm no doc, but I would be curious about your ketones. I don't even know what those are. I'm happy if they want to check whatever. Okay, so here's what happened. So remember, I was going to get a colonoscopy this morning. It's an important test. Everybody should get it at the recommended time. It helps prevent colon cancer. And it can also detect colon cancer early if you have it. It's very important. It's really helpful. I definitely want to get it. So it was recommended time for me to get it, so I signed up for it. But you have to fast starting at midnight the day before. So your fasting is going to be over 30 hours, even if you had the first appointment in the morning to get your colonoscopy, okay? So I have I have a long history in my life, going back decades, of doing very poorly with fasts. Of if I try to fast for too long, I get very, very, very sick, to the point where I don't even want to eat. That's scary, because you need to eat to make yourself feel better, but you can't eat. But in the past, like say 20 years ago, that I might, if I fasted for like 20 hours, it might kick in. The last couple of years, what I've been noticing is I have been getting severe illness after like not eating for 4 or 5 hours. Like if I don't eat lunch when I normally do, if I do a 3-hour stream and then try to eat after, I will start crashing on the stream. It's bad, and I feel like it's gotten worse the last couple of years. So I'm telling you this as a prelude to what happened. And the symptoms I get when I crash, as I call it, are intense headache, feeling lightheaded, not being able to concentrate on anything, just feeling terrible, and not wanting to eat. You don't even want to eat. Okay, so that's the prelude. So for whatever reason, I thought I would be able to make it through this fast, this 30-plus hour fast, which was ridiculous in retrospect. But I signed up to do the colonoscopy, and then I found out after I signed up, you got to fast for over 30 hours. I didn't realize we had to fast for that long. I made it through the first 20 hours of fasting. 20 hours. And I did the first of the 2 cleansing poopy cleanse liquid where they cleanse out your innards. And then around 8 p.m. last night, I seriously crashed. I just felt terrible. I had a terrible headache. I was feeling dizzy. I was lightheaded. I don't know if dizzy's right word. Definitely lightheaded. Couldn't concentrate. Felt like I wanted to I might collapse actually. And the thought of eating anything basically nauseated me, even though that's what I needed to do. So at that point, I understood that if I ate something, I wasn't going to be able to do my colonoscopy. So the first thing I did is I called the doctor's office where I'm getting my colonoscopy, and I explained the situation, but there's no doctor there. There's just an answering service. So I explained the situation to them, and they said, we will page the doctor. And then I just never heard back from them. Never heard back. Then I did this thing. I called a couple people I knew, including Jay-Z. I talked to Jay-Z, who was very helpful, talking to me about it, and also my mom. And I called I set up a virtual visit with a doctor through my insurance, where you can do that, like in an urgent care thing. And I talked to a doctor through my insurance. And the doctor listened to what I said, and he said, these symptoms you're having are not normal. he said humans normally, if they don't eat for a day or two, they might feel bad, but they don't have this happen. These are not normal symptoms. And he said it's something, he suggested, he said it's something you might want to get checked out. But he said, eat something. If you feel like you have to eat something, then eat something. And he said, like, if you don't feel better and you feel like you want to go to the ER, that's reasonable to me. So what I did is I just felt I had no physical choice. And so I had to eat something. There was no way I was going to make it. I was worried about like collapsing. So the only thing I could even think of putting in my mouth was these pretzel bites. So I started forcing myself to eat these one by one. And for about an hour and a half, I just ate these and drank seltzer water and water. And I was hoping eventually that would make me feel better. And it wasn't making me feel better. So I packed my bag to go to the ER, my backpack. And then right as I was about to go to the ER, I started feeling a little better. And I was like, oh, maybe the pretzels are kicking in. Okay? So I figured, well, I'll wait a little bit. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I tried to have a little Cliff Bar. You know me, I love Cliff Bars. I could eat them all day. I got to be careful. I can't really eat them all day because they'd make me fat. But I love them, and also they can be good for helping me get back, my blood sugar or whatever it is. At that point last night, though, before I went to the ER, and I thought I was feeling a little better, I pulled out one of those small Cliff Bars, the mini ones that I was sent. I forget it, whoever, the nice person who sent them to me. I pulled out the mini one. I had one bite, and I was like, I can't eat this. And I also tried eating some yogurt, and I couldn't finish that. And then, instead of getting better, I started feeling worse again. So I had started eating these at about 8 p.m. By about 11:30, or maybe 8:30 p.m., about 3 hours later, I actually felt like I was getting worse again. I was getting more of a headache. I wasn't feeling better. I didn't want to eat. So I felt like I had to go to the ER. I was like, I got to eat to get better. I can't eat. This is really a bad situation. So I just felt like I had to go to the ER. So I went to the ER, and they tested my blood sugar. When I got to the ER, the one of the admitting people was just like, there were like two admitting people there, and I was talking to one of them, and the other one was like, oh, did you have the prep? And I was like, yeah, well, I did the first thing in the prep. And she's like, well, this is textbook. Like, she was just convinced that my symptoms were because the prep made me sick, which clearly isn't the case, because my symptoms I was having was just a worse version of what I always get with my issue with crashing. So it wasn't the prep, but she was just like, oh, this is textbook, it's the prep. So that was wrong. But anyways, in spite of that, they tested my blood sugar. Surprisingly, it wasn't low. They said it was a little high, which may be because I was eating so many pretzels, but I wasn't feeling like it. Feeling like it was, I was doing better. So it was busy at the ER. I was low on the triage totem pole, which is fine and fair. And I just sat there. Honestly, it was good to not be in my place and at least know I was somewhere that if something really bad happened, they could help me. I just kind of aimlessly was on my phone for not really, I wasn't even able to really concentrate on my phone. I was kind of scrolling around for like an hour and a half, and I started feeling a little bit better and feeling like maybe I could eat something, and they hadn't seen me yet, and I said, you know what, maybe maybe I'll try and go somewhere and eat something, because they haven't seen me yet, and I'm feeling a little better, and who knows, maybe I'll feel better, and then if I don't see anybody, it was going to be very expensive if I saw somebody at the ER. Like, I have a deductible on my insurance. It was going to be tons of money. If I needed to, I would have done it. But I said, I'm feeling a little better. Maybe I'll try eating something. So I drove to an IHOP, and I ate a big meal at 3 a.m. And after that, I had a whole waffle, 4 scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and hash browns. And I just shoveled it all in. I started feeling somewhat better after that. And then I got home, and I didn't feel all better, but I felt much better. And then I went to sleep. And then I got up this morning, and the first thing I did is call an I looked up who should I see about this, and I Googled it, and it came up endocrinologist. And I also I did one of these free virtual visits you can do for my insurance with a doctor, who I just asked the doctor, who should I see about this? He said, endocrinologist. So I made an appointment with an endocrinologist to ask about my ongoing terrible symptoms of illness I get when I don't eat for a few hours, and to try to address this issue. And maybe I'll be, if I can fix that issue, then I can do the colonoscopy. But I got to address this issue first. If the failed colonoscopy attempt makes me get the food issue fixed, it'll be a giant blessing, because it has motivated me to get the food issue fixed. So that's what I'm doing, which affects me during live streams too. It really does, as you know. So that's where we're at right now. That is where we're at. Were there a lot of people at IHOP? No, not that many. Not that many. It was weird, though. I tried to go to Waffle House first, and the Waffle House was takeout only. All right, I'm going to take some more comments now. But so I did not mean to mislead you guys about this. I know a bunch of people were saying congrats on getting it done. We're glad you got it done. I wanted to wait to tell you till I had a chance to talk to you and tell you about it. So, and then, the postscript is what happened today. I got up today, had my breakfast, right? I got up, had a little to eat, slept again because my schedule was all weird today. And then, but I had like a little meal around like 3 p.m., went live at about 4:30. By 7:30, I started crashing again. On the air, I started to feel terrible again on the air. Not from last night, just because I hadn't eaten lunch yet. Happened again. Then by the time I got to Chipotle around 9 p.m., I had the headache. I was feeling not good. Not as bad as last night, but not good. And I kind of just forced myself to eat to make myself feel better. This is my problem. That's what I'm getting all the time. That's not normal. So this is what I need to address. So anyways, and right before I came on the air, I just had some yogurt and blueberries because I still wasn't feeling recovered from my not feeling well 2 hours ago. So anyways, that's the latest of what's going on. Hey, thank you to Amy Murphy. I appreciate that, Amy. Amy says, take care of yourself. So let me take some more comments on the air. So again, I apologize for people thinking I had it done when I hadn't. But I wanted to wait and tell you here. Hold on a second here. What is this? Hey, what is the email? Somebody just messaged me about like asking to be unblocked. Hey moderators, if people have an unblock request, who can they send that to, please? Okay, it's a website right there, the aftvmods.com/Lookner-complaints, right? Thank you. That's what it is. So I'm going to message this person back. I'm sorry, but it's not my call. The mods will listen to what you have to say. Wait, hold on a second. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, so that's don't ask me. You got to talk to the mods. Whatever channel you're talking about, you got to talk to the mods about this stuff. They're the ones who Lego Mike, be nice. They're the ones who handle that. Okay, let me take some more comments here. Let me go back and take some more comments. Bogey says, here's my take, and I'm not a doctor. Bogey, I'm not even going to read it. I'm not even going to read it. I'm sorry, Bogey. I'm not going to read your non-doctor diagnosis of what I have. Green Thumb says, seems like you eat very healthy. Hopefully it's not anything serious. Well, look, pretty much everybody has stuff. So this is like the big thing I have, I guess. So yeah, look, I feel good. I just have to really control my eating. So hopefully it's not anything serious, but hopefully it's something, that they can figure out what it is. And maybe there's medicine I can take. Maybe there's certain things I can take at a certain time to deal with it, So I'm just hopeful they can figure it out. And maybe it'd be really great if I didn't have to deal with it all the time. Starfire says you have to be careful in your 50s. Look, you get older, and things change. So maybe this is something I've had for a while, and I've had some version of it for a while, but maybe it's just worsening with age. RD says, have you ever fainted when crashing? No, I have not. Linda Y says, I have this too. I was told I am hypoglycemic. Yeah, Clark Smith says, need glucose tablets on hand. I don't know that would help, but maybe there'll be something like that, where the endocrinologist suggests that. Jay-Z says, my advice is talk to a doctor about this because this doesn't happen. SDSG says, I felt the exact symptoms you're describing one time before, and I actually did collapse in my kitchen while trying to make food. It's good you made it to the ER safely. That's not good. By the way, I don't know if I want to leave the video of the prep up, because I don't want the video of the prep to be misleading. Because, again, I feel like, I don't think the video was misleading. At the same time, I was in kind of a weird condition, I think, when I took the prep. But I'll leave the prep. I just don't want the video of me taking the prep to be unhelpful. Really what it just shows me is it shows me drinking the prep. I don't chug it. I kind of just take sips, and then I drink the 2 things of water, and I run to the bathroom some. So I don't know. I just don't want it to be misleading to people or give people the wrong impression about the prep. But I don't know, I think maybe it's just kind of, the video is pretty standard experience of drinking the liquid. If anything, maybe I'm drinking the water afterwards faster than people might, but I didn't chug the water. I don't know. Let me know if you have thoughts on that. Fabulegs, the orange juice doesn't help me. If I start crashing, it doesn't help me to have orange juice or apple juice and stuff, and I know they recommend it. It doesn't help me. I got to eat the only way I stop crashing is eating a big meal, something very substantial. That's really the only way. I've tried it other ways, it doesn't work. It's really bad. I've told you guys about this before. I remember when I was at my nephew's bar mitzvah a couple months ago. I ate my breakfast, and then at bar mitzvah they had a lunch, but it was kind of it wasn't what I normally eat. And I ate a bunch of this grilled chicken and stuff. I didn't eat nothing, but it wasn't what I normally get. It wasn't filling the things I normally have are. I don't know if it wasn't fatty enough or something. And I crashed afterwards. I started crashing during the bar mitzvah. I had to run and eat pizza after. And I actually ate something. A normal person that wouldn't happen to. Yeah, Rita's real. They're going to get all of my lab work that I had a month ago. And if I have to take new tests, I'll take them as well. Oh, as Andy W., it wasn't anxiety because it's the same thing I have lots of other days, but just worse. Donovan got his wisdom teeth out. Very nice. There's a couple IHOPs around here open 24 hours. Yeah, MGD Rita's Real suggested keeping a diary too. I'm gonna write down, what happens on certain days and how and that kind of thing. Rock the Grouch says they could have literally checked your blood in the ER had you stayed. Takes maybe 20 minutes. Wasn't worth it to me, Rock the Grouch. Wasn't worth it to me because who knows? Look, any kind of thing they did in the ER was going to be a ton of money, and I wasn't seeing a specialist necessarily anyway. So if I was just going to eat and feel better, I just said I'll eat and I'll make myself feel better, and then I'll make an appointment with a specialist who actually is someone whose job it is to deal with my exact condition. Everything today, Happy Life, has been, well, I mean, I did that sort of mini crash, but everything has been normal. Andrea Margaret says, I broke my back in 2016 and within 6 months became a type 2 diabetic after having totally normal blood sugars and A1Cs for years. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. That stinks. Oh, I was the businessman at Chipotle. Was the businessman at Chipotle. Who said this? Somebody said it was the businessman at Chipotle. So that was Letter Artist. So if you remember, the Chipotle I always go to, every time I go, no matter day or night, there is a guy there who, again, I think has some kind of mental problem, and he is always there, always. And he's always on his phone talking very, very loudly and disturbingly in the dining room because it's so loud and nonstop, acting like he's on a business call. And I don't think he's talking to anybody. And again, I don't blame him. I think he has some issue. I do think the restaurant should, I mean, it's just, if he's going to be there for hours and hours, it's not really, it doesn't make it a pleasant place to eat, so I feel bad for the guy. But anyways, the market spoke today, and today, when I went to Chipotle, I went to the other one. I literally didn't go to that Chipotle today because of what the dining room is like, of that noise. So I went to the other Chipotle. Now, the other Chipotle had some of its own problems today because every Chipotle is poorly managed. So this one was clearly not staffed right. Also, Chipotle's system has just broken down. It was originally created to serve people in the line, and now they have the same amount of employees cooking lots of takeout stuff and trying to serve people in the line. So people in the line end up waiting and waiting and waiting because they're too busy making all the takeout stuff. It's just ridiculous. They should have a line for takeout and a line for in store, not the same people doing both. It's ridiculous. But anyways, so it took like 20 minutes in line at Chipotle because I don't blame the people there. It's just they don't have enough people working there. It's a terrible system. Okay, that was bad. Then they were out of steak, incompetent. They're out of steak. But I'll say this. So when I was in line, I said, and then I heard they were out of steak. I said, I'm never coming here again. I'm going back to the other one. I'm never coming here again. But you know what? I got my food, and I sat down to eat, and I could eat in peace and quiet, and I could just eat normally, and there was music playing, and I could hear some conversation around me, just quiet conversation, and I was not hearing a loud person act like he was on a business call the entire time I was there. And it was very, very pleasant. And it was actually, in spite of the fact that they took forever and they had no steak, I'm probably going to go try that one again because it was so much more pleasant eating there. So there, the market has spoken. The market has spoken. That's what people do. They're not going to go to that one anymore. Nope, they gave me extra beans this time. Carlos Rosa Realtor says, Panera is doing the same. They prioritize the takeout and make the dine-in wait. Everybody started ordering takeout during the pandemic, and these places are not built for it. And then you get effed over if you're a dine-in person. Alibaba says, I agree. Donut shops started serving meals. Should have one coffee line and donuts and one for meals. A bit of a different point, but I think it's related. Dallas has not had a good experience eating at Chipotle. Yeah, I've talked about this endlessly, but Chipotle is not nearly as it. When it came out, it was really good, and it's much, much worse. But compared to what else I could have, I mean, there's still something to be said for it. Let's see here. Jay-Z is signing off. Jay-Z sent me a message. Good to see you, Jay-Z. Thanks again for your help last night. Andrea Margaret says the endocrinologist will be able to help you figure this out. Sonic says, I am trying Freshly out. Did they pay you to say that, Sonic? It's a prepared food company. Freshly. Yeah, Nancy T says most places can't find enough help for the dining rooms. I would not be surprised if part of the reason the problems at Chipotle are because they can't get enough workers. Julie Tisdale liked Freshly. Sonic says they did not pay him. What was I going to say? Oh, endocrinologist. I was going to look this up. WebMD. Endocrinologists are doctors who specialize in glands and the hormones they make. They deal with metabolism, or all the biochemical processes that make your body work, including how your body changes food into energy. Right? There you go. They cover a lot of ground, diagnosing and treating conditions that affect your adrenals, glands that sit on top of your kidneys and help control things like your blood pressure, metabolism, stress response, and sex hormones, bone metabolism, cholesterol, part of your brain that controls body temperature, hunger, and thirst. Pancreas makes insulin and other substances for digestion. So thyroid contributes to metabolism. And then metabolism the chemical processes that occur within a living organism in order to maintain life. Honey Herzo says, my sister gets terrible headaches when fasting and has to eat a burger and potato salad to feel better. Sounds sort of like me. Gail's husband found a chicken bone at Chipotle. I used to eat Baja Fresh in California, but there's not any where I am here. So, guys, that's the update on my test and also Chipotle. There's the test in Chipotle. Is Rita's Reel still there? Is Rita's Reel still watching, or did she go to bed? Well, I should do a news check, by the way. Sorry. Hopefully somebody would mention if there was a big emergency. Rita's Reel, the replacement shorts came today. Rita's Reel had sent me a pair of shorts, which was too small. So I have it in a box ready to return. But I haven't gotten to the post office to return it yet. I will. It's sitting here ready to return. But I ordered myself 2 higher sizes of the shorts, the same shorts, hoping one would fit me. So they did get here, Rita's Reel. They got here today. All right, hang on a second here. I'm not seeing any breaking news at the moment. New. Okay. Texas Legends fan Brian is here. She says, I hope they work for you. I will let you know. I will let you know, Rita's real. Zipper is here. Tiffany Rosado is here. Hang on. Oh, who sent me the yellow bug racket? I wanted to say thanks to whoever sent me the yellow bug racket. Hang on a second. Somebody sent me this racket. The bug zapping racket. And I hadn't even had a chance to use it, but for whatever reason, some mosquitoes have been sneaking into the apartment. So it's been working very well. So I want to let whoever sent this know, it was like last year, that your bug racket has been quite effective. So like a year ago. I don't know how they're getting in. There's somehow getting in once in a while. I see a mosquito in my apartment. Dallas Alice says, I turned 50 in November. This is when it all starts to fall apart. Anyways, whoever sent me this, thank you. It's getting used. Linda, you should get one. Get them on Amazon. They're like $10. If there's stuff you got to get rid of. If there's stuff you normally would slap with your hands. I mean, it's really. I let bugs live for the most part, but the mosquitoes, they're gonna bite me. So if they're flying around, I tend to get them with the bug swatter. Yeah, there's like 1 million of them on Amazon, so. Literally, if you look up bug swatter on Amazon, you'll get all of these electric ones. So, But the principle is basically the same. Bug assault? Yeah, Fahrenheit. People should not use them on bees. Bug assault? What is this thing? Bug assault? Our viewer suggested bug assault. Here's bug assault. Oh, bug assault and bug assault. Sonic says shoots salt at bugs. I did not know this thing existed. Look, Chris Lund, it's something new on Amazon we didn't know existed. Bug assault. What does it do? Fire your fly swatter. Aimed at improve. It's specifically tailored to the needs of a serious fly hunter? What? What's the theory? Table salt is loaded into the hopper. So why table salt? Flies don't like table salt? I just posted the link to it. Don't kill bees. Bees are good. Don't kill anything if you can avoid it. Why does this work? Yeah, Kisei says don't kill bugs. I love them. There's a Wikipedia page, Bug Assault. It's the brand name of a plastic gun used to kill soft-bodied insects by hitting them with salt particles. What? What? Salt has a conical spread pattern similar to the blast pattern from a shotgun. Terrible. A biologist, a Caltech biologist, says flies cannot dodge the tiny salt particles, but will be protected by their arthropod exoskeleton and will only be stunned, not killed. How about that? The Caltech guy says it won't kill flies. All right, anyways, music outside. Music for a second. All right, anyways, I hadn't heard about that. There we go. All right, should I, Rita's Reel, should I try your, look, Rita's Reel sent me a pair of shorts. Rita's Reel sent me a pair of shorts like 2 weeks ago, and we tried them on the air, and I really like the shorts because I've been looking for new shorts because I had no shorts. So I've been trying to get some more shorts because I had none. I had like the same 3 pairs for 4 years. Rita's Reel sent me a pair and I liked them, and again, they were too small, so I'm returning hers, and I bought a couple for myself, they finally came. So I'm thinking maybe I should try on the replacement pair of shorts because if you watched the first stream, you saw the too small pair. Sean, I did not get your shorts yet. Sean, there's a couple packages from me at the UPS store, and I haven't been over there yet to pick them up. So I'll go over the next couple of days and pick them up. So it might be there. Here, hold on a second. So let's do this. We'll do it. We might as well. We might as well. Sean sent me a dozen pairs of shorts. Oh. All right. Thank you, Sean. I guess we'll be doing another short stream. See, I already have a little headache now. My eating was weird today, too. Like, there's just no reason I should have like a little bit of a hunger headache now. I ate a big lunch. I just ate a big meal. It's just, I'm having issues. What can I say? Oh, the other thing that happens, I got to mention this to the doctor as well. If I eat late and I get my crash, it takes forever to go away. It lingers. It just lingers. Once I get to like crash land, it just keeps lingering. I'm updating my diary for today. Hey, Blue Chainsaw Man is here. Thank you, Ambery. Yeah, Ambery, it's good I'm seeing a specialist. It's good I'm seeing a specialist. That's what I need at this point. August 3rd. That's going to be a biggie. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try on Rita's Reel shorts in 1 minute. I need 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I'm coming right back. And when I come back, we are trying on the shorts. Oops. No, we're not doing that. We're trying on the shorts 1 minute. All right, we're back. We're back. No, I see Michelle Sparks, Sonic. I texted her last night. She was very nice. She had offered. Her and her husband were going to pick me up from the colonoscopy. So I did. I texted her last night, and I told her that she did not have to come over. I would not be having it. So she knew. She knew. Okay, guys. So we're going to try these shorts on. I really hope these works because these were like my favorite pair I've seen. So I really hope these work. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm going to be bummed out if they don't work. So I actually bought 2 pairs of the same shorts, but different sizes. These are the ones that Rita's Reel sent me. They're the Guide Pro Eddie Bauer shorts. Smoke color. I'll show you this here. So it's very nice of Rita's Reel. I didn't even know these. Now they're all sold out. Smoke. Oh no, they're not sold out. So these are the shorts. They're these like, you know, like kind of a fabric. Is it kind of a stretchy fabric? What is it here? Let's see here. It's like a light fabric, stretch woven. They're stretchy fabric. I'd never seen stretchy shorts, and then I realized like, oh, these are like in now. So stretchy fabric shorts. Yeah, they're not cheap. Now remember, I just got a bunch of shorts I got several pairs from Old Navy. I'm wearing $12 shorts. These are $12. I got these from Old Navy. But if I can find, I wear shorts every day and I'm a very tough fit. So if I can find 1 or 2 pairs that I'm gonna wear all the time, I could see paying $50 for it. Because remember, I have had 3 pairs of shorts for years. It's really sad. So if I can find like a pair of shorts that I could wear out, like I can't wear this. There's certain things I can't wear this to. I mean, these are just gym shorts. So I need, 1 or 2 pairs of something that I can just wear wherever. Yeah, Sonic says they're on sale for pizza cutter money. I can return these though if they don't fit. So, I never buy clothes. This is what happens. I go years in between buying clothes. So the 32s were too small. Yeah, I like these, Linda. I wore these today. No, K-Body, I haven't ordered the ones that look like the Bomb Pop yet. Because I can't get them for free shipping. I got to pay all this shipping on them, but I might. I like them. We'll see. All right, these are the 34s. These are the 34s. And then I got the 33s as well. I'm going to try on the 33s first. And then the 34s. Rita's Reel says this is their proprietary stretch fabric. LL Bean and Columbia have it too. It's just called a different trademark. Okay. All right, these are the 33s, I hope. Yes. So let me go try on the 33s. I hope one of these works. If not, I'm going to be very upset. So here we go, guys. It's a big moment. I'm trying on the 33s first. Now, I like these. I think they might be a little small in through here. I don't know. I can't tell. I'll have to see what the 34s feel like. I mean, they go on pretty easy. They feel a little slim in here. But I do like them a lot. They're very comfortable. And they have I love the fabric. Fahrenheit thinks they're a little small. So this is why I have the 34s. I take either a 33 or 34. So I think the thing to do, let's do this. When I sit down, it feels a little tight, a little bit tight. Simca thinks a tiny bit tight. I think maybe 34. I mean, look, the Eddie Bauer ones I have were 34s. So they're a little tight. These are the 33s. I think maybe the 34 is going to be a winner. We'll see. The thing is, I kind of like the waist on these, but we'll see. Linda says you should be comfortable when you sit. Happy Life says too tight. Yeah, you don't want shorts to be too tight. Well, these are Eddie Bauer's. Oh, did I post it yet? Here's the link. Here's the link to the shorts. Yeah, it's you could wear these to a nicer place rather than my gym shorts. All right, guys. We're going to try on the 34s. We're going to try on the 34s. I don't think I can take a wider than a 34, believe me. So this is the big one. Will the 34s work? I hope they work. I hope they work. Here we go. What I have to do is do this. Okay, guys, here we go. Amber says, fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to go try on the 34s. These feel better. These are less tight. These feel better. These are not as tight. Now, they kind of feel like, I don't think I'd want to go any wider in here. I think if I started going wider in here, I'd have like very wide shorts. But I kind of like these. I think they're worth trying. I think these are worth trying. Fahrenheit says these look good. Zipper says they look better. So, anyways, they're nothing crazy, but yeah, I think these are better. I would probably need a belt with these. See, these are 34s. I probably need a belt. Like these will actually slip down a little bit if I don't have a belt on. But it has a belt loop. See, so yeah, and I sit down. I think these are definitely worth experimenting with. And I'll wear them around and I'll see how they feel. Stretchy. They're a little, when you sit down, I mean, I am used to very loose-fitting gym shorts. So when you do sit down with these, I mean, they're a little tight when you sit down, but I mean, I'm just so used to very loose shorts. Chris liked the 33 better. Well, Chris, we disagree. Yeah, see, I don't really like the fitting, Chris. The 33s were too tight when I sat down. Linda thinks they'll be good to wear my dress shirts. Probably just wear t-shirts with these, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I think at least I'll keep these and see how they go. I can always return them if they don't work out. But I think what I'll do is, I think they're worth having. They're worth trying out. We'll see. I can't tell, when you're sitting, I got to see how they feel when sitting. I'll have to sit for a while. When broadcasting, no, I have a very loose pair for broadcasting, which I like. I think these would be too tight for broadcasting. Smika likes how they look. Rita's Real says they stretch. Right, so she says try them with your cell in your pocket and all because the weight could put on your britches. That's a good idea. Let me put my cell phone in it. I don't even have a belt on. I put the cell phone in it. The cell looks fine. The cell is fine. The cell's in it right now. Not a biggie. Feels fine. These would be like the nicest pair of shorts I have by far. While my wallet isn't big. I do like the color 2 setup. Yeah, these I have like a bunch of gym shorts. I have cargo shorts and gym shorts. In the cargo, like I don't have anything I could wear that's a nice pair of shorts. It's pretty sad actually. So Sarah Joy says, watch you lose a bunch of weight at the endocrinologist appointments. I don't think I'll lose a bunch of weight. But, you never know. The shorts have you could put the cell phone you could put in here too. They have a pocket on the side. Ooh, the cell phone you can put on your side too. Look at that. I put the cell phone right in here. That's interesting. I've never done that before. Then the cell phone bounces around a lot though. I think I prefer my cell in here. But I don't know. I'll have to try it out. But there are those nice side pockets. No, Carlos Rosa, I really do. I got to get a nice pair of shorts. It's really bad. Like, it's really bad. So, anyways, I'm going to try these. What I'm interested in, Rita's Real says they stretch. I'm interested to see, do they stretch when you sit down? The one complaint I have on these is they're a little tighter when you sit. When you stand, they're great. They're a little tighter when you sit. But maybe, we'll see how they feel. You got to wear them around and see. Ziggy and Amber like how they look. So again, these are the Eddie Bauer Guide Pro shorts. Then I think you get a while to return them. What is the warranty on these? Returns. Where's returns? Help. Start a return. Returns and exchanges. Help. You can return it in its original unworn, unused condition with proof of purchase within 1 year. So what I should do with these is I should wear these around the apartment. That's what I need to do. I need to wear these around the apartment and just test them out because I'll keep the tags on. No, the 33s I'm going to return. The 33s are going back. That's beyond question. All right. Misty Blue says, we've been ordering from Hanes online and shipping to Canada. Clothing is really good and so cheap. Yeah, these are not cheap. Most of my shorts are very cheap. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, Rita's Real. I really appreciate Rita's Real sending me the original pair of these because it made me understand that shorts technology had changed. So I was like, I got to upgrade I have these big, heavy, I think it's all cotton cargo shorts. That's not the only kind of shorts there are. Yeah, see, Michelle Sparks, I'll have to, if I was going to buy more, I'd have to wash them. So I wouldn't buy another pair of these until I'm sure I like them. Simca, you see, wear them best about anywhere. I got to say, I'm getting used to sitting down. I'm sitting down in them right now, and I'm kind of getting used to it. But it's good for me to have a pair of shorts like this. I like the styling. I'm a fan. I think these are going to end up working. If I had to guess, I think so. Because I just need them. Rita's Real says, I had my pair from Eddie Bauer for 7 years. They last forever. Cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Do they match my shoes? Yeah, I mean, they kind of dark. I mean, these are like blue shoes. Dark gray kind of goes with like a lot of stuff. All right. Well, we'll see. We shall see. But thank you, Read Israel, for helping me out with shorts. Do they have black? You can go to the link. I posted the link. Here's the link. Again, they're not cheap, these, unfortunately. That's the one drawback. But most of my shorts are way more expensive than this, like my $12 ones I was wearing. But if they last me a long time, good. They do have a black. They have some print ones too, but anyways. Right, Jake from State Farm says, these are the shorts that opened your eyes onto stretch fabric. You need to keep them for nostalgic regions. Speaking of which, Fabulegs was here before. I hope Fabulegs, I don't know if you heard me say this, when I first showed these shorts, when Read Israel sent me the original pair, I said something like, these shorts have opened my eyes to new shorts technology the same way Fabulegs opened my eyes to new underwear technology. When you sent me all that underwear, Fabulegs, to try on, I was like, oh my gosh, underwear technology has changed so much. Cotton underwear is just so old now. So and that improved my life. So anyways. So thank you, Read Israel. Ryan the Gamer is here. All right. So there you go. I haven't worked out in like 5 days. I was doing the fast thing and everything. I got to try to work out tonight. Is Danny in the chat? Somebody is having an issue again. There's this issue when people try to fill out the right to the mods form, they often get an error, even though it goes through. So it's happening again. Oh, they got it. They got it. Yeah, there's an issue where it'll say, this has happened to a bunch of people. If they try to write to the mods, it'll say error. But it is working. I think Danny said he was going to put some message on there about that or something. No, the problem is every time people say it, it says error. Because this has happened with a number of people. And Danny knows he's working on it. So, but they're not just sending it repeatedly. Their only reason they send it is because they're getting an error message. Because again, it's happened with multiple people. The mods are aware of it. But it's great that there's a forum. Zipper finally changed underwear to biker short style. Biker-like short style. Big difference from the old cotton ones, I agree. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Kisei says, this reminds me of how much I miss shopping in the States. So hard to get petite sizing. Bought some surprisingly nice things at a tag sale lately. Okay. Guys, you know what? You know what time it's getting to be there, guys? You know what time it's getting to be? I think it's getting to be that time. We are here at, it is 12:40 a.m. The tapping noise might be me tapping somewhere. Could be my me tapping on the floor or something. Hedge Enemy just got here. I'm sorry, Hedge Enemy. But so anyways, so I apologize for not getting the colonoscopy. I know people were hoping I got it, but if you missed that, I explained it early. Go watch the beginning of the stream. But hopefully I'll be able to fix my eating issues and get a colonoscopy soon. That would be the best. That would be the best. But hey, I really thank you for joining, and thank you for all your support again. People have been so supportive through this whole colonoscopy process. You have been very, very, very supportive. So thank you. And a big thanks to all of our moderators. Linda, Belk, Lizzie, Sarah Joy, Mark Helton, Ruben Urban, come on. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Sonic, thank you. Sonic says, thanks Steve Mod, Chatters Orkers, procedure crash, ER visit, appointment with set with endocrinologist, IHOP Belgian waffle combo, yes. The other Chipotle, bug assault, Rita's Real Shorts, thank you. Actually, on the menu, the way she put the order in, I guess because it was better that way, was pancake combo substitute waffle. That's how she wrote it in. Hey, thank you, Q-Burrow. Quentin, thanks for the donation. It's very kind of you. Also, Fahrenheit, thank you, Q-Burrow. And thank you, Fahrenheit 451, who says, I hope you get the underlying issues taken care of really soon. Me too. That would be great. That would be great if I did. Thank you, Fahrenheit 451. I will keep you posted. First week of August, August 3rd is my appointment with the endocrinologist. So I'm really looking forward to that. Got to get it taken care of. But thank you guys for watching, for joining me tonight, and for all of your help with and understanding with my colonoscopy stuff. So hopefully I can get it soon. Thanks to everybody who donated too. That's really nice of you. Oh, seize the day. Crap, seize the day. I missed your donation. She says, glad you're seeing endo, dumping your general practitioner, no more fasting, smart. Thank you, seize the day. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Sorry I missed your donation before. And thanks to everybody else who donated too. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Let's see here. All right, thanks to our viewers, Arthur Cotman, Worm, Fahrenheit 451, Bogey, C. Michelle Sparks. Oh, Rita's Real. Thank you, Rita's Real. Thanks for the good job sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Marzell, thanks for your support. Thank you, Marzell. Kisei, Jake from State Farm, Pick One Life, Hedge Enemy, Denise Horton, Off My Lawn. Do we ever figure out who sent me the yellow racket, the bug racket? I don't know if they said who sent. People in the chat said who sent me that. It was a while ago. Possibly they don't watch anymore. Juno130, Juice Box. Thank you. Set it depends. Thanks for watching. Alex Duncan. Thank you, Alex, for your encouraging words. C. Michelle Sparks. Thank you so much, C. Michelle Sparks, for offering to pick me up. Maybe you can do it next time if you want to. That would be nice. If there was a next time. It'd be nice if there was a next time. Me the Bat Ziggy. Rita's Real. She says, maybe go a little wider workouts. Well, I was having this issue even, I've been having this issue for a couple of years now. So I don't think it's the workouts. I just think it's my body is changing. Thank you, Rita's Real. Greg, RV Cruisin'. General Sorrow. Yes, Darlene Ram says, even with me having a bad experience, well, that was just because I have issues with eating and fasting. She says, go get a colonoscopy that may save your life. Yes, I couldn't encourage people to go get one more just when you're supposed to. Talk to your doctor about it. Amber E., Terrence Bunce, John Citizen, Zipper, Rosemary Randolph, Baby Shark, C. Michelle Sparks, thank you, thank you, thank you. Kisei, Aries, Sue T. Thank you, Sue T. Michelle Lee. Pick One Life. Darren. D Years, you'll have to rewind the broadcast. You have to rewind. Roxanne Becky. Thank you, Roxanne, for watching. J. Marie. C. Michelle. Oh, I said C. Michelle Sparks. Julie Tisdale. Harsha Rao. Excuse me. Yeah, D Years, you got to catch up. You got to watch the beginning of the stream. Mantronics. No, John Citizen, I'm not in any pain. Daniel Terrell. Aries. Dallas Alice, thank you for watching. Carrie Taylor. Justinian Ryan, thank you for your kind words. Smee, hey, thank you, Smee. John A. and Petey, thank you for watching. Barb Filer, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right. Thank you, Barb, for watching. Oh, I finally got it right. I'll forget next time, I'm sure. Hey, Pick One Life, thank you for watching. All right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up. Derek Hansen says, hope the endocrinologist goes well. I've seen one for heat intolerance. I hope it goes well, too. Thank you, Derek. All right, guys. Ryan the Gamer, thank you. Ziggy, thank you. Thank you for joining me and for all your support. Very, very much appreciate it. Thank you again to the mods. Thank you to everybody, all the lurkers. Thanks to all the lurkers out there. Thank you. Scott Bixworth, thanks for watching. Depeche Mod. Linda Nielsen, thank you for watching. Nick Fioretto. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Fioretto. Thank you, TT, for watching. William Stade, thank you for watching. All right, that is it. Wrapping it up. You know we'll have more live streams soon, guys. We will have more live streams soon. But for now, it is time to wrap it up. Time to wrap it up. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for this update. We'll have more streams soon. And have a great night, great day, whatever you are. And we'll see you on the next live stream.